Before we get started, we'd like to thank our sponsors for making this event possible. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, OLAS. OLAS enables everyone to own a share of AI, specifically autonomous agent economies. We're also excited to highlight our silver sponsors: NIA, empowering decentralized applications and blockchain ecosystems; Venice AI, a private and uncensored alternative to popular AI apps; Mira, unified AI infrastructure, secured by crypto; and Theric, the first on-chain multi-agent system. To learn more about all of our sponsors, check the description below and dive in. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to Demo Day. I'm Kevin Kelly, co-founder of Delphi Digital, and I'm thrilled to kick off the final week of our Crypto AI month with something special. Over the past couple of weeks, we've explored the convergence of crypto and AI through debates, panels, and deep dive discussions with over 40 of the leading minds in the space. Now, we're turning the spotlight to the future, showcasing innovative teams who are actively building at this frontier. Today, we'll witness exciting product demos from builders working at the intersection of crypto and AI. From payment rails to DeFi agents to smart contract security, even AI-powered branding and storytelling. These teams are developing applications that explore new possibilities made possible by these technologies. If you've missed any of the sessions from Crypto AI month so far, have no fear. You can find the link to the full conference content in the description below. So without further ado, let's get started.
Venice is an AI chatbot. But unlike all the others, it's private and uncensored. Venice never records your conversations, and no topics are off limits. This video walks through the basics of what Venice can do. Anyone who's familiar with AI chatbots should feel right at home in Venice. You can access it from your web browser or as a mobile app. We'll use the topic of political lobbying to demonstrate the most basic functionality in Venice. We'll then take it further by analyzing documents and getting up-to-date information. Let's ask a simple question first. Tell me how lobbying works in Washington, D.C. In just a couple seconds, the answer starts streaming back. Unlike every other AI app, this conversation is private because none of this content is stored on Venice's servers. For a deeper analysis on lobbying, we'll upload a PDF, in this case a short report on the topic from Lapira Research. Just like the text, this document is also never stored on Venice's servers. Let's ask Venice a new question with the additional context of the PDF. How much is spent per year on lobbying? Notice how Venice provides a detailed analysis and has incorporated information specific to the PDF. In this way, Venice uses the generalized knowledge of the AI model's training combined with the document we uploaded in formulating its answer. Now, let's ask about the PDF specifically. What is Lapira's main finding? You can upload any document containing text into Venice and analyze with the power of unrestricted machine intelligence. Try uploading financial reports for new insights, or even entire books to better understand important thematic elements. Next, you can seamlessly switch AI models within the same conversation. Every AI model on Venice is open source, which we think is the best way to promote AI safety. Each model has different strengths, and we'll update them as new ones come to the market. The default works for most use cases. You'll notice that each model has a number followed by the letter B in the name. This is the parameter count. Smaller parameter count models are faster, larger models are slower, but may provide more sophisticated answers. In the last example, we used the medium-sized Nematron model from NVIDIA, which produces highly logical and well-structured responses. Let's switch to our News Theta model, which has web search capabilities for more up-to-date information. Now, let's ask, what are the latest trends in DC lobbying? The answer now incorporates recent information from the web, providing a more current analysis. Toggle the citations drop-down to see all the sources used in the answer. Now, let's get a little more advanced. AIs use something called a system prompt, which instructs them how to answer or behave. Most AI companies don't let you modify the system prompts, but Venice does. Let's set it up to act like a lobbying expert. Go to the Settings menu in the System Prompt section. Click Add your title and prompt, then hit Save. Ask a new question, and Venice will now answer as the lobbying expert. Now, let's try generating an image with Venice. Click the image mode toggle here. Once again, unlike all the other AI apps, everything you generate in Venice is private. Before generating an image, let's become familiar with the image settings. Venice offers several leading open-source image models. Each has its own strengths for generating different types of images. Fluently XL is our default and is excellent in the diversity of styles you can create with it. Flux is the absolute best for photorealism, so for this example, we'll use Flux. The adherence slider determines how closely the AI follows your prompt. Higher values are more literal to your description, while lower values often generate more interesting and artistic pieces. We can also easily choose from style presets and aspect ratios. Pro users can generate high-res images, remove the Venice watermark, and disable safe mode for unrestricted content generation. For our first example, we'll use a hyperrealism style preset and landscape aspect ratio. We'll create an image of political candidates, something that most major AI platforms prohibit. ChatGPT and Midjourney won't let you create an image of Trump and Harris having tea, but we think there's nothing wrong with tea, so here it goes. What if we want this in portrait mode and another style? Go back to Settings, change to Square, select a different style, and click this Regenerate button at the bottom left of the prior image. By clicking the Info button, you can also see the settings used for any image, and by clicking Use these settings, they will be copied into the next image. If you like your result, you can download the full resolution here. If you'd like to download an even higher resolution version of the image, click the upscale icon. If you'd like to download all the images from the chat, you can do that over here in the settings menu down below. Remember, none of the images or text are ever saved on Venice's servers. You have the only copies. Finally, let's use Venice for code generation related to our topic. Let's spin up a new chat for this one. Click the code generation icon. We'll create a Python script to analyze sentiment in political tweets. You can copy this code directly into your development environment. Venice is the only way to write code privately with an AI if you're not running the entire model locally. Venice is an open, permissionless AI app for the world. What sets Venice apart is our commitment to your privacy and freedom of expression. We don't store your data or censor your prompts. Your interactions are private and unrestricted. New features and the latest models are constantly shipping, and we'd love any feedback. Try it for free, no account necessary, at venice.ai.
Hi, thanks to our friends over at Delphi for having me. My name is Lars. I'm co-founder and CTO of a company called Almanak. And to start off this demo, I want to pull your attention to two trends that are currently happening. The first one is automation in financial markets. Now, this has been going on forever, but currently over 90% of all volume in financial markets is driven by automated strategies, software applications. It's not by humans. And the same is coming to decentralized finance. MEV bots, arbitrage bots, successful, profitable market making is today already all done by software applications. So that's trend number one. And then trend number two, you're all well aware of this, but for AI, I kind of want to focus on the quantitative reasoning skills of AI. These are getting a lot better. There are specific benchmarks that track how good LLMs are at quantitative reasoning, and they're getting increasingly good. So these are two trends, and they come together to make something beautiful. There's something beautiful at the intersection of these two, and that is financial agents. So that's what I want to talk to you about today. So what are financial agents? There are a lot of agents out there, a lot of companies doing stuff with agents. So let's define and let's put the bar for what is an agent. So an agent is a software application that can extract information from a changing environment. Changing is important because markets change, new DEXs pop up. So it should be able to read from those. Is able to reason about the information that it finds. Obviously, this is in the context of its financial goal, which in most cases is to make money. It is able to discover patterns, learn those, and utilize them. And then finally, it can create and test and deploy strategies to kind of capitalize on what it learns in the patterns that it finds. So essentially, they can do quant work. Now, how are they different from quants, and how will they augment quants? Well, they can discover more opportunities than quants can. They don't sleep. They can take in as much information as they want at the same time. So it's a big difference. They can also come up with more strategies. I mean, as these models are getting better, they're eventually going to surpass quants in how complex they can make that. They can capitalize faster on opportunities, so their cycles just faster because, I mean, they're computers. And at the end of the day, they will also perform better than what quants can do. You know, if you have these top three things going for you, you're going to be better ones. So how will financial agents change the quant workflow? This is a very famous quant. You might recognize them. So how they work is they analyze the markets to try to hunt for alpha. They build a strategy. They test it to see if it actually works. They optimize it for the current market conditions, and then they deploy the strategy and monitor it, and then go back to the drawing board. Agents will come in and assist quants in all these steps. So they will kind of be the co-pilot initially. Soon after that, as these models and the workflow gets better, the quant will actually be the co-pilot. So the agent will kind of take over and do most of the work, and the quant will just verify it. And then finally, you know, like as the model gets so good, you know, it's not going to take a quant to do the co-piloting anymore. It can be anyone really. So that's what Almanak is doing. We are facilitating this transition in the financial agent revolution, and specifically for DeFi. We've been doing so for the past 2 years. And we built a DeFi strategy automation platform. We're currently in closed alpha. We're going to release it in public beta in November of this year, so next month. So very excited about that. And in Q1 2025, we will be releasing these quantitative reasoning models that will act as agents and can do all of this on your behalf and essentially manage and grow your wealth. I have a short demo that I want to show you of kind of what our platform looks like. I know this is not enough to kind of show you all the capabilities that it has, but you know, we're super excited about launching this in the next month. We're currently in closed alpha, so if you want to help out, please, you know, like apply. I have a QR code that I can show you here. So if you're a strategist, sign up for the alpha. If you're a DeFi builder, reach out to me. You can do that also using the QR code. And if you're an investor or you want to build with us, do the same. So thanks for your attention, and yeah, have a great one.
Good afternoon and happy October. My name is Player0x, and today I will be showing you how Daisy generates really high quality campaign photos for brands that want to use AI but don't want to look like Midjourney. The model that we'll be training together today is this one right here. Her name is Beauty That Thin. She's the subject of an upcoming Impossible AI brand collab campaign between Sandy Liang and Oakley. The data set that we've prepared for this is already right here. This is a collection of about 215 images that have already been cropped, captioned, and configured for training by the Daisy mining team. Shout out to the Daisy mining team. And all we have to do actually to start training is drag and drop the configuration files in here, hit enter, and wait for the trainer to start. So once the trainer gets going, all in all, this process should take about 1.5 to 2 minutes to finish training on fast mode. So I think what I'll do in the meantime is kind of speed this along, and I'm gonna go grab a glass of water while the model trains, and I'll see you when it's done. All right, it looks like the model's done. Now we'll send it over for testing. Yeah. So while that's going, we can go ahead and check out the results on weights and biases. So let's go ahead and open this up. Bunch of mumbo jumbo, but here's the good stuff. So our validation image, as you can see right here, shows on the left what the base model was outputting before when you would put a photo of a woman. And on the right here, we have the fine-tuned model that's been trained on the data set that we gave it of Beauty That Thin. So I think pretty great results so far. But of course, we need to test this always. So once this is done transferring over to our node that does all of the inference, we'll go ahead and test out and see what we can do with this model. All right, now that's all loaded up. Let's head over to Comfy. This is an inference workflow that we use, and it's a popular open source toolkit that you can use to use for inference of all kinds of different models. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here is load up the one that we just trained. Actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and just generate an image of a woman. So you can see that we're not faking anything here. So like here, we'll go ahead and generate an image. This will take about 20 seconds. All right, so this is just a standard image of a woman. We'll go ahead and load up the one that we just trained. And then we'll use this special token to call it. And we'll generate another image. So what this is doing is it's applying the adapter that we have just trained, then kind of stacking it on top of the base model that Flex provides. And the adapter allows the model to see the world through the lens of the data set that we just fed it. So let's see what it can see after this. And boom. As you can see, there's a really high quality image of the model that we had just kind of shown you, beauty that thin. And you can do all sorts of crazy things now with this model. So I've kind of prepared a couple of prompts that we can just kind of show off. So here's a fun one. You can give the model signs and instruct it to use text. And we'll have it say, hello, Delphi investors. And let's see what it comes up with here. Okay, super. This is her with braided hair and a sign that says, hello, Delphi investors. Let's do another one here where we change up the style. And we've actually trained another model just to kind of demonstrate what you can do with styles. This is a style that we've trained on a specific kind of photography style that we like. So this is applying even another kind of quote unquote filter on top of the model that we have just trained. So let's see what it pops out with. Boom, great. So you can see that the kind of tonal qualities, the texture of this image is a little bit different from this one. And this is the power of what you can do with actually pretty small data sets in Flex, so long as you know how to gather those data sets, capture them, train the models, and then kind of call a lot of the specific features that are contained within the model using really quality prompts. So that's what Daisy is focusing on doing. If you want to try this yourself, you can actually test this model. It's uploaded to our public Hugging Face repo, so you can download it and apply it to any Flex model that you're using locally. And as a kind of a final note, we can truly train anyone, anything, doing any kind of activity anywhere. So if you're a brand that is interested in using AI for your campaign photos or even your website, and you don't want to look like Midjourney, give me a message over at gabriel@daisy.so or check us out on daisy.so. Thank you for your time, and hope you have an amazing week. Ciao.
My name is Oliver Hill. I'm the CTO at Testmachine, which is an AI-powered risk discovery platform for digital assets. And at Testmachine, we're working to solve what we see as the biggest problem in blockchain, which is that digital assets lack trust. This lack of trust is largely due to the exploit of smart contracts to the tune of billions of dollars in the last few years. And we're doing this with Predator, which is our proprietary AI algorithm that leverages deep reinforcement learning to probe contract behavior, exploit vulnerabilities if they exist, and characterize risk. Today, I'm going to give you a quick demo of our token due diligence platform. The exchanges are currently using this to vet assets that they're onboarding to their products. We've been getting great reviews. Predator has been finding false positives and false negatives even in the internal tooling and reviews of our customers. So we're really excited about this, and I'm excited to show you a bit more. Before we get to that, I'll say that while Predator is excelling in this token due diligence capacity, we're actively working to bring Predator's capabilities to full smart contract audits. So if you're interested in that, we'd love to hear from you. So this is Testmachine's token due diligence platform. This is not publicly available at the moment, but we use it internally and can provide results from it. If you're interested in getting access to the platform or getting results, we'd love to talk to you about that.
there's a number of things you can see here. We have a summary of parameters used to initialize the campaign. We have duration. It ran for 10 minutes, which is fairly quick. We executed 87,000 time steps, which equates to nearly 1 million transactions on the EVM. And then we can see code coverage here, which is really interesting for us. This measures the proportion of code that Predator was able to get to given the transactions that it's executed in this campaign. So the higher this number is, the more Predator has covered the behavior of the smart contract or system of smart contracts. And as you can imagine, as the duration of the campaign goes up or as the time steps increase, this number we see increases over time. So a big part of our work is increasing this number earlier in the campaign. And you can see here we have a bunch of metrics related to the development and research of our platform. And at the bottom, we have this engagement chart, which details how well Predator is able to engage with the smart contract or smart contract system. On the left, you can see all of the public state mutable functions that Predator has access to, which is all of the functions that any external actor would have access to when they're interacting with the contract. And on the right, you can see the relative proportion of calls that Predator made to that function during the campaign. And then that is further broken down by reverts versus passes. So this gives us a really great insight into how Predator is performing against a given smart contract or a system. And then for exchanges, the results are these invariants, which are behaviors of the smart contract essentially. And for every token, there's behaviors that we pull out, and these range from very typical functionalities, mint, external calls, all the way up to things, more complicated things, management, what are the effects of privileged accounts on the system, this sort of thing. So what I'd like to pull out is this blacklist behavior that Predator found. And this was an interesting one because in 2 different reviews, humans were not able to find this, but Predator was. And after subsequent review, it does appear to be a legitimate blacklist. And it's just a very subtle implementation, but it really points out how Predator excels at finding things that humans can't. So we're really excited about this. We're really excited about the way Predator is moving. And we're really excited about bringing Predator's capabilities to bear on full smart contract audits, which we see happening in the near future. So if you'd like to talk about this platform or auditing, we'd love to hear from you. Thanks a lot.
Hi, my name is Craig DeWitt, and I'm a co-founder of Skyfire. At Skyfire, we are building Visa for AI agents. The problem with AI is that without the ability of actually doing payments, it can't really do anything at all. It feels a lot like glorified search. Now, traditional systems won't allow agents to make payments today. These agents don't have credit cards. They can't get access to credit cards because they don't have IDs or birth certificates or anything. Not to mention that with today's financial infrastructure, making low-value payments to pay for things or inference is impossible. So Skyfire is solving 3 fundamental problems. 1, we allow AI agents to access APIs on demand without having to have a pre-existing account or a human swipe a credit card to get a SaaS subscription. 2, we allow AI agents to go out and programmatically require data to make better informed decisions. And 3, we have a whole host of enterprise systems for the businesses that are building agents that need to do real-world things. So at Skyfire, we're building a financial system for the AI economy, and that's done with payments. That's also done by giving the agents an identity. So what we provide is a platform that allows agents to have balances, to make payments, to set logic in terms of what those payments can be spent for and how much, as well as completely integrated on and off ramps on both sides of the transactions. The other piece that we add is what we call Know Your Agent. So you're familiar with KYC and KYB for Know Your Customer and Know Your Business, but we can onboard these agents and actually give a verified identity, both on the agent and the service that they're acquiring. This is only possible by using stablecoins that are globally native, that are 24/7, and allows Skyfire to offer very high value payments as well as payments down to a millionth of a cent. So with Skyfire, if you're an AI agent developer, you can instantly pay to use services across 160 different large language models, access to financial data sets, as well as a whole host of other tools that usually require a human in the mix. We have a suite of dashboard and reporting that makes it very easy, both as an agent developer, as well as someone selling into this new marketplace. Now, you can get started today by going to app.skyfire.xyz, create an API key, and enable your agent to go out and hit these services on an on-demand basis. Or, if you're interested in selling to agents, contact us at sales@skyfire.xyz. We think that your next million users might not be humans, but they'll be AI agents. We've got a great team of payments, and we are very excited to have a growing number of both demand-side customers who are building agents, as well as services that are selling into this new market. Thank you.
Let's take a look at Rivalz. Agents are growing. Their growth is exponential. One of the largest obstacles they have is access to the real world. They seek access to digital, human, deepened resources. Unlocking these resources and solving fragmentation is the path to unlock the agentic future. Our solution is building the world abstraction layer, which means that we're creating connectivity and tokenization infrastructure between AI agents and human, digital, deepened resources. How does our solution look like? Obviously, this is not an easy task. We need to handle data, we need to handle connectivity, identity, resource orchestration. So let's walk through them one by one. First, let's start with storage and connectivity layer. That's where we started, allowing us to do confidential compute, AI RAG based on our DeepIn, among other features. Together with our data layer, we're building ADCS, which is the Agentic Data Coordination Service, allowing AI agents not only to communicate, but to provide valuable data and intelligence, both off-chain and on-chain via an Oracle network. We have gotten some good traction on this. There's already a lot of projects building, and our DeepIn has grown to over 100,000 daily active nodes and continues to grow. Now, thinking about combining humans and agents, that's where no strings comes along, where normal users can map out all the different resources that agents might need, from compute to smart homes to their own personal information around data and the actions they could take, to even an agent wallet for future Web3 integrations. And this is possible precisely because we already have a working DeepIn that allows us to store private data and allow for AI to work through that in the form of confidential compute. Lastly, we have Roam, which is a very interesting tokenized resource orchestration platform, basically allowing the resources that we have mapped out through no strings to be tokenized in the form of these soulbound tokens, then allow delegate staking of those tokens towards different types of projects, collectives, AI agents, DeepIn projects, which can then emit different forms of yield. Think about something like EigenLayer, but we're making the resources available programmatically to the world of AI, DeepIn, and much more. What is also interesting about this is that Roam allows you to quickly build a very large DeepIn network. So this is our path for world abstraction. We believe that it's not a question if the AI agents are going to take over, it's just a matter of when. So it's very important to build this layer of assimilation in new types of interactions between the future of AI and humanity, while providing additional value for both. Finally, Rivalz unlocks a new wave of applications, systems, economies. We've even built some of these applications ourselves. So If you are building new models, maybe you're a data provider, maybe you're building agents, maybe you're building a new DeepIn, please reach out. We'd love to work with you, and looking forward to the future. Don't get sidelined.
I hope you enjoyed these demos, and a big thank you to all the teams who participated and pulled back the curtain on the work that they're doing. We're excited to continue Delphi's Crypto AI Month with another week of fascinating panels and discussions. We've covered a lot so far, and we still have plenty in store, so be sure to check out the full lineup and all the content from this event through the link in the description. As a reminder, all this content is free and public, so thank you to our sponsors for making this event possible.